Dustin's trip to the Middle East ended up with him being strangled in Abu Dhabi. Physically, he was fine, but mentally devastated. That's very understandable, and him contemplating retirement is common amongst fighters after tough defeats. Thankfully, those feelings faded fast and he's focused on returning and thinks a rematch with Conor makes a lot of sense at this point. Conor didn't disagree, but replied with some insults and some ego stroking before saying that he may think about it. But it's a bout that makes sense for both athletes. Tony and Habib are likely next. Justin and Cowboy throw down on Saturday, and that leaves an opening for Dustin versus Conor. Things are different now after 5 years ago. Both competitors are now 155, and they've both improved a lot in that half decade. And now Dustin and everyone else is aware of how good McGregor is in that cage and how devastatingly powerful, accurate, and well-timed his left fist can be. When they first fought, we weren't sure if Conor's skills could match his talk, but it was that fight that got people to realize that he could match the hype that he was creating for himself. This rematch could end up being the same result in a first or second round KO for Conor, but Dustin is a warrior, and in the later rounds that could really swing things in his favor as a result. And it wouldn't be a bad idea if he decided to take the ground and pound route for this rematch. That's an underrated aspect of his game because he doesn't use it as much, but we saw in his bout with Duffy that he can really do some damage with strikes on the ground. But for McGregor right now, his biggest fight is staying out of jail. He's always been a bit notorious as per his nickname, but when you add superstardom, millions of dollars, dozens of yes men, a pinch of megalomania, and a couple picograms of coke, that's a recipe for the types of legal problems which he keeps running into. Hopefully that is all over for him, and no more flinging fists at seniors in pubs, but rather throwing hands in a cage set up in the Nevada desert. Hopefully that will be versus Poirier in a battle of two of the top 55ers in the game. If you want to see Conor versus Dustin too, let me know in the comment section below.